What's up, Nerfers? My name is Jay, and here I am once again, back from the dead, and I've got a review this time. So I actually went out and bought a new Nerf blaster. Surprise, surprise. But today I'm going to be reviewing the Phantom Core Kronos, and this blaster I've had a little bit of experience with, not too much. I got to try it out once at the Rochester Foam Dart League. Didn't really get to kind of work my way around and, figure out the ins and outs of this blaster. So I'm going to really kind of go in depth here and really review this hopefully well. So without further ado, I'm going to open this up and see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so on the inside of the package we have the blaster, we have 5 rival rounds, we have a red flag and a blue flag, so if you wanted to play like capture the flag sort of esque games, they provide that stuff for you, which is really cool. And we have some instructions, which we don't need those. Okay, so first impressions of this blaster are that it's actually rather large for a pistol. I believe it's a little smaller than the Magnus. However, the Magnus handle, I will say, is more comfortable than the Kronos. The Kronos handle is a bit wide. So I don't have the largest hands in the world. So if your hands are going to be smaller than mine, which is more than likely, this might be a little hard to operate. I will also say that there is a safety right here, and it is not the easiest to engage and disengage. It's just kind of at an awkward position, an awkward length for my thumb to try and reach. But that's subjective, I think. That could just be me, or if your hands are smaller than mine. I will also say the prime is kind of janky feeling. I don't really like the prime all that much. There we go, it was on safe. But it packs a fair bit of punch just from feeling it fire. So I'm just going to go over this back to front and just kind of show you all of its features. So at the back here, we actually have a little release button lever thing. And that's for when you jam up, because these rival blasters are all kind of notorious for jamming. Down at the bottom here, we've got a sling attachment point, or you can attach the flags there. You got your trigger, of course. You got your safety. Up here on the top, you have a hatch to insert the rival rounds. And as you can see, it's closed right now. But when you pull back the slide, it brings that whole breech system back. And there is a curved internal magazine that holds 5 rounds. So it's a very similar concept to the Magnus, but it's just a little bit different, and it takes a completely different ammo. So first impressions of this pistol, I kind of like the blockiness. I like how square it is. It's got a nice shape to it. I don't really care too much for the grip, the handle. Trigger pull does feel nice, though. I will give it that. You also have 2 Picatinny rail setups right here, so if you wanted to put, I don't know, some like tactical optics on there, you could do that, I guess, as well. But as far as the pistol goes stock, I mean, I'm not terribly unimpressed with this, to be completely honest. I've gotten kind of skeptical over the years. Like, I've gotten kind of like crotchety, and I don't really like most of the new stuff coming out. Is that how you know you're getting old? Because I think I'm getting old. So I'm going to go ahead and load this up and just kind of fire off a few rounds just to see how it functions and to see how it cycles through. Alright, so I've got 5 rounds loaded up. It is all primed and ready to fire, and I'm just going to shoot it off. I'm going to shoot it this way. That ricocheted twice and then hit me directly in the head. And we're out. So, I will say that with something that has an internal magazine, like the Magnus, or this, or the Kronos, so with those particular blasters, I will say that they're kind of a last-ditch sort of thing. To be honest, I'm probably going to remove this door entirely, or I've seen 3D printed stuff out there as well that I might get. just so it's constantly open, so I don't have to flip it up in the middle of battle and try to stuff high impact rounds in. I will say also that the power out of this stock is really impressive for a pistol. I could see a lot of mod potential with this. So, price point. What is this sitting at? I got this at Target for 20 bucks. And while 20 bucks is a little bit pricey for a pistol, it is a rival blaster, so you know, I kind of chalked it up to that. It's brand new. It's, well, not brand new, but, you know, it's just kind of fresh in the market right now. So that's what I kind of chalked up the price to. Nerf is getting more expensive, guys. Like, it's really, you know, they're upping their game. The quality, I will say the quality just in general, like, this is solid. This feels really good. It's not flimsy at all. It doesn't creak or anything like that. It is a solid blaster. So as far as that goes, I'm all in all fairly impressed with this, and I just got an idea, so I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I was kind of curious. I have a Gorilla Tactical strong arm holster here, and I was kind of wondering, you know, if the Kronos would fit in it. Let's find out. So also a little plug to Gorilla Tactical here. It is adjustable. There is Velcro right in here, so I can actually make it a little bit wider. So alright, after fiddling with it for a few minutes, I did manage to get it in and get it to fit. I will say, though, that it's not the snuggest fit, or the night. Well, it's snug, but it's a little too tight, so it's not going to reholster easily. So as far as this goes, I will say that the Gorilla Tactical strong arm holster does work for the Kronos. But however, it's going to be kind of like a last ditch thing. It is fairly easy to remove, I will say that. But, you know, trying to put it back in, not too bad, actually. I take that back. So, I sit corrected. One more thing. I did notice that the prime on this is heavy. It's heavy. It's kind of gunked up a little bit. There's some mechanical locks I can feel in there. But the spring power stock is very heavy. So, you know, if you're smaller or not very strong, this might be a little difficult to operate. However, the bonus of having a heavier prime means stronger firing. So, I love spring-powered blasters. I love spring-powered blasters, and I love that a majority of the rival stuff is Springer. But that's just me. That's just my bias. So yeah, all in all, the Kronos, pretty impressive. I like it. I dig it. I might end up using this as a secondary. It's not going to be the easiest to reload, but as something that's like a last-ditch thing, you know, rival stuff is fairly accurate right out of the box. And, you know, if you're in a situation where you need accuracy, you know, on your first shot, this would be something to go with. So yeah, as always, if you guys liked what you see, please subscribe so I can continue to make content. I will be trying to get back in and do content more frequently. I'm also going to probably try and get a mod guide up for this eventually, because I do want to try and modify this, get as much out of it as possible, you know? As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.